Tell you, the way I see it is Bartram painted a picture of the South in words, a beautiful picture of the South, of a landscape, a place that doesn't exist anymore. But really, he sort of establishes a baseline idea of what the South in its best form, naturally speaking, would be. If you read Bartram and you're into it, if you, and that you can edit some of this.
Right. Feel free to take a minute to think. I know that's kind of a deep question.
Well, I do have an answer for that. Usually it follows presentation, but
Mm-hmm.
so it's what Bartram provides it to us in words, this image. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to provide it in terms of images, and images are a very powerful tool. Worth 1,000 words, that sort of thing. So, think about the Hudson Rivers. Do you know who the Hudson River School painters were?
Yes, not like extensively, but I've read about them.
So that's the American landscape movement in painting, and the work they did in places like Yosemite and Yellowstone was so important when they showed it to Eastern audiences that it really had a lot to do with the formation of those national parks and our societal consciousness of wilderness and the way we perceive. It really, these paintings these artists and their work made a big difference in the way we see nature and our relationship with it in America. So Bartram's Travels does that too, but I wish there was a way to combine those two things. So I'm trying to fill in that gap with my own painting. These are the images to accompany Bartram's writings.
Yeah, I was going to say you're kind of filling the gap as far as like the words versus the vision.
Yeah. Since he couldn't take a painter. And here's the idea. It's because Southerners in particular, I think, I won't say that, I'll say Americans, but in the South, historically, we never had paintings of Yosemite and Yellowstone Falls to make us love these landscapes and preserve them. We didn't. We just didn't have that happen in the South.
Exactly.
No one came here to paint it and document it that way, for the most part. If they had, we might have that love for the landscape, and perhaps we might have, instead of, think about what's on the endangered species list, red cockaded woodpeckers, indigo snakes, those kind of things. Instead of having a few hundred or a few thousand acres of really intact landscape, originally it was 90 million acres that you would have found this longleaf environment where those animals live. We'd still have, instead of a few thousand, 100,000 or a million acres, because we would have cared a little bit more about something. Or perhaps instead of having a dam on every single river in the South, wiping out all the species diversity in one of the most species diverse, rich parts of the country, North America, right? Who knows? If we would have had a love for rivers, it's a little different from the way we do. There you go. That's the idea. That's how I hope it would work. A very long way to say it.